TV week Logie goes to
The gold Logie winner is...
Live from the Gold Coast, it's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie's Logies After Party
on Nova 100.
Look, the opener says live from the Gold Coast. I don't think everyone currently on the microphone would count as alive. Dino?
Live.
Mate, I just got out of bed literally 90 seconds ago. So I think I got 3 hours. That's pretty good.
That's how you roll, though, mate. Next door, when you're next door to the broadcast studio, why would you get up any earlier? Christine's been doing the early show with Jackie Boy. Christine, you look magnificent. You're still in your Logies dress.
I am.
Bloody well done.
I haven't slept.
The Queen
Why
of the
would
Logies, you were magnificent last night. Pushed Lisa Wilkinson aside. Even though she did win something, you were magnificent with Carl Stefanovic last night.
Thank you. It
on
was very
stage.
fun. It was really fun.
What was the category?
Best lifestyle program?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was, Bondi Rescue and Living Room. And who won? Travel Guides.
Travel Guides, very good. And
I've
Sam
never
was able
seen
to
it.
make a joke about them later on in the evening.
Yes, that's right.
Magnificent.
Yeah, they took 17 minutes to get to the front to get their award. I think it was a surprise that they won, maybe? I don't know.
I tell you what, though, we had fun beyond the scenes, didn't we?
Mate, we went to our after party and just waited for all you guys, and we had a great time people watching. When we first rocked up to the Channel 10 after party, they wouldn't let us in.
Oh.
But, hey, Charm got us in.
Charm got us there.
Charm and charisma.
Dino did the old circle around the face.
Yeah.
The old circle.
You say we need a ticket?
Two laps.
This is my ticket.
That's right.
Will you tell me what you did on the weekend? Because we've been separated since Friday.
John?
Absolutely.
Are we doing it in the next break?
We're doing the next break, so very excited about it. Dino, when you talk about our after party, it's sitting in this room watching Chrissie Swan dominate the Logies Awards last night.
Mate, and just swearing at the television. Otherwise, it was a great time.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Have you checked out whatif.com's top 10 winter weekenders yet?
How good's a what if tip?
Fraser Coast is in there. Coral Coast, Brownie Island, Orange.
Book your winter getaway on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Live from the Gold Coast, we're looking out over the ocean after the Logies aftermath.
I believe one of our staff members was in the ocean only moments ago.
What?
Yeah, Brodie went for a swim to wake himself up. Yeah, isn't he a good boy?
I'll tell you what, he looks fresher than anyone here. A very
I
smart
agree,
boy.
and we all know he's not.
Absolutely. Because it was a big night last night at the Logies. It was magnificent.
It was magnificent.
Magnificent. Oh. Geez, we had some fun. So we set sail. As a team, we set sail yesterday morning, which was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Swanee? We took off from Tullamarine Airport, and we all had sort of separate vehicles because obviously the Queen was probably in a what sort of car
I
were you
was
in?
here on Friday. I came up Friday.
Oh. So
yeah.
Did you get the nice plush drive? Because me and Dano got a nice plush car.
No, I drove myself to the airport.
Really?
What's going on? Yeah, my car's still there at the car park. I've got to pick it up in a second and go to the project.
Well, I'd be a bit flat about that. Fortunately enough for me, Dino, that my driver drove me past the Royal Derby Hotel on Alexander Parade there.
Yeah, great.
And we pulled up at the traffic light, Swanee.
Yeah.
And he didn't realise that my mural was on the pub as we were sitting there. I thought, what luck.
I think he might have realised a little detour.
So Johnny did a magnificent job. And then we turned up to the airport, and now there's a special category I've got in my life. When I sit on a plane, and of course, turning left, when I entered the plane, turned left, and saw a very, very hungover Joel Chrissie.
Yeah.
And Joel Chrissie very quickly, when I launched into one of my stories, very quickly put his earphone into his right ear.
Did he?
I was on the right hand side of him, so very quickly I received the message that, big fella, your stories are not welcome here. He slept all the way to the Gold Coast airport, from Melbourne to Gold Coast, and I'll put him in a very special category, Swanee, because I've only sat beside, in business class, two people that have been able to sleep for the duration of a journey.
Who we got?
Joel Chrissie and Ja Rule.
Yes.
Remember that time I told you about I flew from Brisbane to Darwin?
I remember it very well.
Ja Rule slept the whole way in a trench coat And we arrived at Darwin Airport and it was 48 degrees.
And he's a little man. He's a tiny
man. He was cold, apparently.
Yeah.
He'd had a big night.
Maybe it's passengers whose names start with J. So if you ever get on with Jason Derulo,
what a
you'll
gift.
expect him to sleep.
We went to golf. We arrived at Gold Coast Airport, so I thought I'm going to take Dino to one of my clubs.
Swanee, you don't even know.
Really?
Yeah.
When I went to Jonathan's old home, I thought the Gold Coast was not Hawaii.
Yeah.
When we went there, I thought I was in goddamn Hawaii.
Really?
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
Full Maui
Crumbus.
vibes.
So I took him out past the old place, Swanee, and then out to the Grand Golf Club. And on entry, we had they very quickly got the clubs out of our truck. They got us all sorted out. And Dino went into the pro shop and we had to register him, Swanee, and say, "This is my guest, Dean Thomas." And of course, Kelsey straight away said, "Of course, I know who he is." Doesn't need to do. Dino was warming up, obviously, for the after party because he's doing the circle around the face.
Look at me. I'm the pistol from the radio.
You were. But the only problem was, though, we were about to launch in 18 holes at a beautiful club and a very prestigious club, and he had tracksuit pants on.
Dino.
So
I don't know rich things.
what did Kelsey say?
And she was like, oh, hun, tracky dacks won't do here. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, no, did you have to go and buy pants?
I had to buy slacks and then put it on Brownie's account. I was rocking $80 slacks yesterday.
Where are your slacks?
And then I put the slacks on and she goes, "You need a belt." So she let me hire a belt.
So
what's happening?
Dino has hired a belt.
Dino, what is your life?
Dino has hired a belt to play golf at our club.
It was unbelievable.
Dino, can you please wear those slacks tomorrow and every day of our
No worries.
lives?
They have a crease down the front, you know, those sort of
Yes,
slacks.
I know. I can see them, but I just know to see them in reality will be so much better than my imagination.
You're
unbelievable.
so well.
I would have wanted to take you know how tracky decks have like a very thin cord. I would have just wanted to use that as the belt and get away with it.
That's what I thought I could get it. Yeah.
You were so well dressed, Dino, so it was very good.
Slacks.
So my brother-in-law came back and he said, "Oh, geez, Dino's well dressed today." He goes, "Yeah, he's put those pants on your account."
What top were you wearing with the slacks?
Like a Kmart polo with like fishes, like a nice little pattern on. And I thought that was enough. No, Swanee, no.
No, it was good. It was good fun.
I'm dead.
We finished up the game, Swanee, and then we came back and we thought we've got to come back and watch you. And so we went to Moo Moo's. We had a nice feed.
Yep, the whole team.
The whole team. Then we came back here. We thought we're going to set up in front of the TV. It was beautiful, and I thought I'd get us. You know, we weren't sure. I thought we'd get us a little bit of a treat. So I was just sitting up in the room. So I ran down to the local convenience store, Christine Swan.
Yeah.
And I bought...
Golden Gate times for everyone.
No.
Have a heart.
No.
Close.
No. Close. I got 6 maxi bonds.
6
Oh,
on
that was my next guess.
assorted flavours.
Assorted flavours.
Who got the cookies and cream? Who do you love the most?
Well, there was 3 vanillas and there was 3 honeycombs.
Okay.
So there was 6 maxi bonds and a packet of 30 super milds. I can't believe how expensive it is now. So, and obviously, fortunately enough for me, Annie on her first trip, I had the company credit card.
Yeah.
So obviously when the
Book it up.
Well, obviously when the bookkeeper is going through the accounts, she obviously won't have realised that Lachlan Murdoch is on a family trip all the way through the Gold Coast. It's funny that she just stopped at the Gold Coast just for 6 maxi bonds and a packet of 30 smokes.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie's Logies after party. We are in the Gold Coast looking over the ocean right now.
So much fun. It's a good energy. It's a beautiful day up here. So hopefully some Victorian families and Melbourne families can get up here for school holidays, which starts on Friday, I think, Swanee.
Highly recommend What If It.
Yeah, What If It. Get up here and have fun. It looks good down the beach. But Swanee, last night was all about you for our team. The reason we are here is for the Logies, of course. And the reason you and Sam, of course, had a participation in it last night. And you, of course, were a presenter for the best lifestyle program.
I was. And you know what? When I was asked, do you want to present? I said, of course I would. I didn't realise how few presenters there were and what a great honour that is.
Mate.
There weren't that many, were there?
No, there was
really.
not. And I would have thought too, you going out with the big dog, the 2 big guns from rival networks, Channel 10 and Channel 9, Carl Stefanovic, I would have thought, geez, they've put the two headliners together.
Two pistols.
You would have thought they'd spread them out a little bit, spread the talent over the night, but they sent you out together, Swanee, just to get a bit of energy in the room, I would have thought, for best lifestyle program. And Swanee, you looked, can I say it, magnificent.
Thank you. I felt magnificent.
How many hours did it take to prepare? Like, quickly run us through the red carpet preparations.
Like the dress and stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Sonia Capolazzo made my dress,
yes.
and her workshop is 2 streets away from my house, so I could pop in and out and work on the dress. I had 2 appointments with her, and then I just turned up for hair and makeup. It took about an hour and 20 minutes.
Beautiful. Well, I tell you
it was amazing.
They did a great
I got my
job.
greys done and stuff, but yeah.
Well, you need
the
to
girls that did my hair and makeup, Laurie and Julie, they're a mother-daughter team. And I've just got to give them a shout out. They just did such a great job, and it was such a beautiful experience. And they know my face because I've been working with them on the project.
They know your face.
So they just slapped it on.
Yeah, and they nice.
And it's still on.
Nice to see they plucked the monobrow.
Yeah.
Just nicely.
I actually did get that threaded.
Very good.
Can we be clear that Swanee is amongst a handful of people that have literally gone right through? Swanee's still in her Logies gear.
I'm
Swanee's
still in my
amazing.
Logies dress, and I have not had a drink or anything else.
You did well, Swanee. Your co-host for the Best Lifestyle program clearly had a couple of drinks, and Swanee, you were all over him from the get-go when you're introducing this category.
We're here to present the Logie for the most popular lifestyle program, and isn't it so good to be out of our Ugg boots and trackies and back at the Logies? We're very excited.
The great thing about the Goldie is you can wear your Uggies and trackies from Melbourne a bit later on.
You can.
And get right up it. Anyone?
You can get right up it.
Up it.
I think the phrase is you can get on it, but you can get up it
Up
if
it
you
and
want
on
to,
it.
yeah. He's a beauty, isn't he?
He's a beauty. He had a couple early, though.
I think so.
Get right up it. I love that, Swanee. We were watching him moo-moos across the road, weren't we, Dino? And you're all over him.
The great thing about Carl is he'll take whatever you can give him. He loves it.
Now, Andrew Winter on Love It or Listed was one of the nominees, Swanee. And you do love this show.
I do.
There are 6 nominations in this category tonight. They're all firm family favourites. There's Gardening Australia.
Costa, if he misses out this year, I certainly hope his magnificent beard goes home with something.
Oh, it's delicious.
It is.
Love It or Listed Australia.
Andrew Winter, where are you? I dream of you coming over to my house and telling me how disgusting and unlivable it is.
Bang!
Bang.
Swanee, on fire, doing gear up there.
Can I give you the alternate line for Costa that I actually wasn't allowed to say?
Okay, give it to me.
I wanted to say, when he comes out from the garden, he looks like he needs a good bath, and frankly, I'd like to be the one to give it.
That's a great line!
No, but I couldn't say it because a man can't say that about a woman, so...
Oh, really?
Thing, yeah.
Give us a spell.
We've all wanted to bathe that gnome.
Swanee, you killed it anyway with Andrew Winter. You knocked it out of the park. What about the rehearsals, though? Because, Swanee, you were very smooth. You were very crisp. But, of course, there's rehearsals that go into this.
Yeah.
And normally when you're doing a rehearsal, you'd like to do it with the person you're presenting with.
Yes, but I turned up the day before and someone had to stand in for Carl. And it was just about seeing where you were going to stand. It was about five
So who
minutes.
stood in for Carl? Was it a mannequin or a cameraman?
One of the writers.
Oh, wasn't it? I was hoping it was Joe, the cameraman.
No. And then I decided then, because that was when we had to decide who's going to hold the award and who's going to do the announcement. And I was like, well, I'm here. I'm going to do the announcement.
Here we go.
And I came to rehearsal, so I get to do the announcement.
I was in Cocktails and Dreams, you know. Living my best life.
Yeah, just getting up it.
That's right.
Bang. Thank you very much. He's referencing all the old nightclubs of the Gold Coast.
I know.
Cocktails and Dreams,
He's
Melbourne.
obviously done some time here.
Feels like me in my 20s.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Calum Scott, a British singer with hits like these. He's got a brand new album called Bridges out. And Calum, you're the first guest with these hungover idiots. So, good luck. Here's Scott.
Speak for yourself now. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's so thrilling to have you here so early, and what a miracle for an international superstar.
Yeah, I think my brain is still back in London.
So you had a choice. You had a choice.
Bad.
You had a choice last night. You were at a party and you saw the fork in the road.
Yeah, it was like the blue pill, red pill thing from the Matrix.
Yes,
It was like, what am I going to take?
We've been there, and most of our team took the opposite pill that you took last night.
Stopped making sense, stopped using words.
Yes.
Have you ever seen anything like this, the Logies? You know, the Logies last night, of course, was it's our night of nights, isn't it?
TV's night of nights.
Yeah.
What's it like in the UK? What's the comparable?
Like the Brits, I suppose, or something like that, which is equally the same. It's just that a lot of people getting fairly drunk.
Is it like a weird fever dream to be in a different country with people speaking in funny accents, celebrating television shows that you've never heard?
I feel awkward that there are so many people that are so well celebrated, and I have no idea who they are.
Yeah,
it's bad.
I know.
Because I'm walking around, I should be paying people lots of respect.
Yes,
but all I know is Alf from Home and Away.
I know, of course you do.
And I'm like...
And Irene. Who doesn't know Irene?
Exactly.
Oh, God, I've forgotten my question because I haven't slept.
Calum, did you speak to Alf yesterday, last night?
I didn't. No, I really wanted to bump into him. I couldn't get near him.
Yeah, he's no
the
good.
Home and Away river was contained.
He's no good. He always asks you for money. He always asks.
Yeah.
I don't carry cash anymore.
I've remembered my question.
Yes.
Oh, God, I've forgotten it again.
Hey, what about...
No, I've remembered it. I remembered it.
It's been a ride.
So, you would have never heard of Jimmy Barnes, and yet he is in our DNA, and he performed last night.
Did he? I mean, did you see the vocals on him?
Yeah, see, there's not a person that was born in this country that doesn't know Jimmy Barnes.
Okay.
And I just think it's really interesting that we just take it for granted that everybody knows who Jimmy Barnes is, like Johnny Farnham, and you're like, who is this screaming?
He comes on and I'm like,
Scott.
Oh, he's actually really good.
Yeah, he is really good.
Did he sing Shipping Steel?
No, he didn't, which was a goddamn oversight.
No wonder we didn't watch it, Dino.
No, him and his son sang what, though? Because they were together. It was an old-timey banger.
It was from the Dirty Dancing soundtrack from memory. Cry to Me.
Oh, but it was magnificent.
It was magnificent.
It was really good.
Hey, speaking of Aussie TV shows,
yes.
Neighbours has got the bullet.
Like, got the bullet?
Neighbours is no more. Did you know this?
No.
Sorry to break it to you.
Wasn't that the birthplace of Kylie?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you know.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
And Kylie makes another appearance on her farewell, on the farewell of the show. They got her back.
Wow.
And Jason.
Yeah.
Donovan.
Oh, wow, jeez.
Well, I'm so glad you're in a safe place to hear this devastating news.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'll never forget the side
Just
profile
told him
of
one
your
of his
pure
relatives has
shock.
passed away.
Thank God I didn't drink. I'd be a mess.
Christine Swan, did you see her performance last night on stage presenting what was the category again? Best lifestyle program.
8th time. Best most popular lifestyle program. Yeah.
I mean, you were incredible.
Oh, thank you. You're very
Didn't you
kind.
tell Irene to get back in the car?
I did, yes, I did. I did. That's how I started. But I want to talk about the moment that we fell in love.
Yes.
We were just introduced for no real reason. It was just like, you're going to see each other, and it was just like love at first sight.
It was. I looked into those blue eyes and I was like, this is what I've been missing.
They're a bit red now.
They're a little red.
Yeah, a little red. They are a little red. I need to get some eye drops. But does everybody know Calum's amazing Britain's Got Talent story?
No, Swanee, need to tell it.
Can you tell it, Calum, because I can't speak?
Well, you're just fading away.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I will say is that it was amazing to hear you say that you didn't know that part of my story. Because a lot of people just know me from my audition, which is incredible. I was on Britain's Got Talent, and my sister auditioned us, and I went along, and I was the big brother. We'd auditioned for X Factor a couple of years before, didn't get through. So this was kind of me going, I don't really want to do that. I joined the Maroon 5 tribute band, band.
Yes.
So I was busy in Maroon 4.
How good. Maroon 4.
I was busy being Adam Levine with the tattoo tights on my arm and everything.
Oh, my God.
So I was busy with that, and then we went, and obviously I rehearsed something to sing, and she went on first, she didn't get through, and then I went on and got Simon's Golden Buzzer, so it was a little bit like polar opposites.
Yes.
Yeah, and then just life just changed overnight for me. It was crazy.
Wow, man.
You have to Google the performance, because I was in a nail salon getting my nails done, and I was just transfixed. I was like, stop it, stop touching my nails. I've got to listen to this voice of an angel. And I just didn't realise that story.
Yeah.
Me and Jack, our EP, your song is like our favourite song wherever we hear it, no matter what condition we're in. And it has been, at times, touch and go. We just love it. We love it, love it, love it.
Thank you.
How did you choose that song? Because it's originally a Robin song.
Yeah.
How did you choose it?
I was kind of trying to search for...
He was in a nail salon.
I was in a nail salon. Yeah, and I heard it, and I was like, get off my nails a minute. Get off my nails. You know, I was trying to find my original voice. I was doing a lot of covers. Obviously, it was in a Maroon 5 tribute band as well.
So it's like... say that. I paid good money to see that.
Yeah, it's still on YouTube somewhere. Shouldn't have said that. But yeah, I literally was just trying to find my original voice. I'd come across this beautiful piano version of the song, loved the song anyway, and just sang it with my heart and soul, and yeah, I definitely made my mum cry.
I'll never forget it.
Hey,
never forget it.
We're in a hotel room. It's the Logies after party, and Calum Scott's here. You hang around for a second?
Yes, please.
All right, back soon.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
I am so... all I can smell is that bacon.
There's a lot of bacon.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, can we get you something to eat in just a moment? Because we want to play a game with you that we call What the Hell Am I Doing Here? Yes, I nearly forgot what I was saying. Where we find the weird and wonderful stories from people that have looked around them and gone, what the hell am I doing here? And you cannot say the Logies last night.
Yeah, because that was pretty crazy.
You can't say that.
All right.
Has this ever happened to you?
I remember I've never really had much FaceTime with celebrities before. Yeah. I keep myself out of the circles. You know, I still live in Yorkshire in England. I'm very much a homegrown kind of guy. Yes. But one time, I randomly was in LA and found myself at Chris Pine's house.
What?
Really?
You know that actor that was in like Wonder Woman and Star Trek and stuff? And for some reason I decided to christen that by having a poo in his toilet.
Well done, Calum.
I'm just like, well, I've got to christen this moment and be like, yeah, I did a poo in Chris Pine's house. And it served me well, because now I'm telling you guys.
Describe his toilet for us.
Oh, it was lovely.
Yeah.
The seat was warm.
Really?
I mean, he'd just been on it before me, so...
And also, if someone's got a warmed toilet seat, they're asking you to take a dump on it.
Oh, my God.
I can't go to anyone's toilet.
Why?
Because to do the number twos. Because it just brings back memories of the scene of Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber when the toilet didn't flush.
Correct.
So it is
he
has to pick the whole thing up, has to pick the cistern up and tip it out the window.
I mean, it would have been a horrible conversation to be like, Chris, it was lovely to meet you. I've left a poo in the toilet. I'm so sorry about that.
What about that moment that you go, oh my God, I'm pooing in Chris Pine's house? This is happening. This is actually
It was
occurring.
happening mid-flow, yeah. It was just crazy.
Hey, thank you for coming to our little hotel room.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
God, we like you so much. Please come by and see us again next time you're in the country.
I need to have a residency.
Yes, you really do.
We just need to co-host, so Chrissie, Sam and Brownie and Callum.
Yes,
Done.
we can do that for sure, mate.
100%.
Just don't poo on the plane on the way home.
The TV Week Logie goes to...
TV Week Logie goes to... The gold Logie winner is...
Live from the Gold Coast, it's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie's Logies After Party.
on Nova 100.
Oh, in a hotel room. Some of us haven't slept.
It sounds a lot dodgier than it is. No, it's exactly as dodgy as it sounds. And welcome to the microphone, Samuel Pang.
Good morning, Melbourne.
Oh.
I don't think it sounds that... It sounds okay, doesn't it?
Nah.
No.
Bad.
Oh, well, I've had 2 hours. This is not bad.
You're a sweet kid.
Good morning, everyone. Big fella.
Hello. How are you, mate? Geez, we missed you yesterday.
Well, Chrissie and I didn't miss you, by the way.
Oh.
We were at
Thank you.
Australian Television's Night of Nights.
We certainly were.
So, I'm going to read all about it, though, because my favourite part of the evening was Richard Wilkins's wrap-up, of course, when he encouraged everyone to go out and buy a TV Week edition, commemorative edition of last night's Logies. So looking forward to that, and I'll get you to sign it and Christine to sign as well, and Tony Martin as well.
Well, I'll do that for you, mate.
Speaking of Tony Martin, he's loitering with intent, and we're going to catch up with him next.
As I said, picture in your mind all of us sitting in a hotel room in the Gold Coast, because that's what's happening.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast.
It's the Logies after party, and after 21 years of helping Aussies explore their backyard and beyond, there's no contest. Visit whatif.com. What if it's Aussie for travel? Literally, we're in a hotel room in the Gold Coast, and this guy's here.
It's gotta be Tony Martin. It's got to be Tony Martin. He's here on your love. And he'll make you wonder. In my mention, Galen, that guy from Big Brother. Wasn't all these few references? Wasn't all these few references?
Yes!
I haven't heard that one for years.
That's new.
The man who made the Logies, Tony Martin.
Thank you.
How many years have you been doing it for?
Well, it's one of those things like it's 5 years, but there were 2 years where there was a pandemic, so...
Honestly, you just turned it around. You're the best thing about the Logies.
Well, I think I got a plug for this show in.
You did.
Let's have a listen. This is how you introduce Swanee. Enjoy.
From Melbourne's best radio show, Chrissie Swan.
Not at all biased.
And it was... I know a few people are thinking something was up because I was on... Have you been paying attention last week? And I did claim, because of my proximity to the room where the envelopes are kept, that I could sort of swing things in the show's favour, and that happened.
Oh, no. It was. What did you do for having been paying attention? Because Tommy and Ed and I, as we were walking up, we're listening. You can hear applause. It's lovely, but then we're trying to hear what you were saying.
No, it's great that people in the room can't quite hear, because I always remember last year when I said something about Brian Brown, you can see him just looking around like, who said that? And then apparently he was storming about backstage trying to find where that had come from.
Really? You're like the Wizard of Oz back there.
That's right.
I had to draw back the curtain, pay no attention to the man behind the screen.
It's so unimpressive. People think that I'm in some spectacular sort of Palazzo Versace kind of room, and then it's just like a really sad podcast is being recorded backstage.
I love, Tony, you were there with your mentor and idol, Pete Smith.
Yes. Am I allowed to... Should I reveal that Pete, in fact, was back in Melbourne? That was
really?
It was bodged up. We couldn't drag Pete all the way to the Gold Coast to make one joke about him going to Spearmouth Rhino.
You know what you should reveal? You should probably reveal the winners of the last hour and a half, because no one watching at home would have made it to the end.
No. It's a very long broadcast.
Have we got another...
Tone reflected that it may have been a long night. Enjoy this.
This is the 62nd Logie Awards. Almost time for the 63rd Logie Awards.
Well...
That was great.
People make a lot of jokes about how long it goes, but it does go long.
Hamish Blake won the gold, if you don't know, and it was 11. It would have been 11:30, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
11:30.
It was 11:14 p.m. when they started announcing the category. By the time he finished, it was 11:30.
Yeah.
And he'd already won about 3 awards several hours earlier.
I reckon he might have been saving some of his good stuff early. You know what I mean? Because he hoping that Swanee, that was too late. What happened? They're not usually that long.
I'm so sorry, but I was just having the time of my life. I could have sat there till 2 a.m.
Yeah, but the viewers.
I was so happy.
What are people watching?
I don't care about the viewers.
I tell you, Sam.
I've been locked down for 2.5 goddamn years. This is about me.
I'll tell you, Sam will be looking up to, Swanee. Late in the night, Richard Roxburgh won the Best Actor Award.
Yeah.
It was the Most Outstanding Actor Award.
Stole it from our friend Scotty Ryan.
That's right. Not only didn't turn up with a speech, also didn't send in a voicemail or a FaceTime message or a video message. Now, I think that's on your future, Samuel.
I was stiff that Scotty didn't win, because I was going to go up and collect it for him.
I was hoping for a Mr. In Between, of course, to win. But, of course, he didn't have any clips like Richard Roxburgh did, which is where they've got a scene where it's like, he was just a bloke!
That's the dead giveaway.
You've got to have a bit. I've never seen Scott Ryan do one of those.
The Girls from Wentworth, which is one of the greatest shows, am I right, Jack, ever to grace the screens. I was watching them because they were nominated for Most Outstanding or Most Popular Drama or whatever. And beautiful Kate Box saw the clip that they played, and apparently actory types know from the type of clip they play whether or not they're going to win. Oh. And the vast majority of the time spent on the Wentworth clip was a close-up of a fax machine. And I just saw Kate Box lean over to Jane Hall and go, "We're done for."
Did you notice in one of the Best Actress clips, it was Noni Hazelhurst dropping the F word?
Really?
Yeah, did you see that?
Notice that? No.
Tony, will you do this? Like, are you happy with this role now? When you need to never stop doing
Never
this job?
stop.
I just assume every time that this is the last one and the novelty's worn off and they'll get a proper person to do it next time.
You know, I tried to get back, this little booth that you're in.
Yes.
Well, we tried to get, some access to it.
Right.
Channel 9 security, no chance.
Really?
Yeah. It was me and Ed and Tom. We had our award and we said, we want to go and see Tom, we want to see our friend, picture with it. They said, no chance. Security said, no chance.
I think it's because everyone assumes that I have all the winners in front of me, whereas it's literally 20 seconds ahead and they'll just be saying down the line who it's going to be. But, I'm trying to think, were there any other controversial... Oh, well, Sam Pang, of course. I had the great pleasure of saying congratulations to Sam Pang, Australia's favourite actress. Because you were...
Yeah, I was speaking of Swanee being asked to, accept an award on someone's behalf. Kitty Flanagan won for Most Popular Actress or something, and she said...
Fisk.
Yeah, for Fisk. They're in Melbourne filming season 2, so no one was here. She said, if I win, can you come up? And she's in a category like Brownie with real actresses, as she said, Deborah Mailman and all these others. And then it was unbelievable.
In front of a national audience, you called Deborah Mailman Deborah Mailman.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
That's how it's spelled.
But see, I knew that Sam was going to be accepting that award, so that put the mockers on my idea, which was just to constantly refer to your performance in Fisk as the best bit of acting on Australian television for the last year. I was seriously going to do that. That'll ruin the thing with him accepting the award.
How many lines did he have again, Tone, in Fisk?
Oh, maybe 3.
A few, more than 3.
But it's actually...
shot for a whole day.
It's actually a really good bit of acting.
Shut up.
No, it's not, Tony.
No, it's not.
Get him off.
We're going to later on play where Pangy got up and accepted that award for Kitty because it's absolute gold.
It's really good.
Tony, thanks for coming to our little hotel room.
No,
well done last night.
Letting me into this seedy enclave that you've got going here.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
I'm holding a Logie Award that Have You Been Paying Attention one, and this guy's here.
Catch him Monday, HYBDA. It's Tom Gleisner.
Do we have to check you for signs of life like we do Sam Pang?
I am all good, thank you, Christine. But yes, Sam is... I last saw Sam we were leaving the venue and these fateful words were uttered, "Can I borrow the Logie?"
Tell you what, it's heavy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weight.
Kill someone with that.
I had to carry 2 home. Sorry, that's a little bit of humble brag there from a few years back as hand luggage. And I wouldn't have let me on the plane with one of those. Yeah, they're
It was, the last time I saw you, I thought, Tommy looks like he's in for a big one. I'm just going to, leave him to be.
And yet the opposite was true.
You looked like you were ready to fire last night, Tom.
No, I went to the 10 after party. Slipped into a pair of Paramount Plus slippers.
Yes,
because the heels were killing me. And
it was a little bit odd though. All you could say was Tom was the first to the Channel 10 after party, and all he was doing was looking at the slippers for about 15 minutes. I mean, have a look at that old man over there, that tottery old man.
But you know why he was looking at the slippers? was, so no one spoke to him.
That's right. Oh, well,
I get that.
That's the rule. People know that.
Yes.
Don't make eye contact with me. That's
Did you
right.
have a boogie?
Oh, yeah. Got out there briefly.
What song is it that'll get you on the dance floor?
There was a little bit of give me a man after midnight.
Yes, there was.
And it was the first time I'd seen midnight in years, so it was, it was pretty...
Were you know, in hindsight, were you happy with our speech? Was there anyone that you wanted to thank that you didn't?
No, look, you got to make the call. You don't start mentioning names unless you've got them written down, because you know you're going to beat yourself up for the next year.
Yes.
That you left off. Dino. So I don't go the behind the scenes names. No, it was fine. It was an odd room. I thought it was a massive stage, really, like wide and so deep. Like really, there were tables so far up the back. And the rule of the Logies is if you are sitting beyond about table 65, you ain't going to win.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't get that right last time.
No, they didn't.
Travel guides.
Travel guides.
Your travel guide gag was good.
Thank you very much. But they were so far up the back and took them so long. Poor Tone definitely ran out of things to talk about as they were going up.
It was embarrassing because that was the category that I announced, and I was so sure that they weren't going to win. I put no research into it at all. And then this cavalcade of faces I've never seen before in my life arrived at the bottom of the stairs, and I just disappeared because I thought, I don't want them to touch me.
No, I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are.
They just look like super spreaders. Who are they? What is the show?
They have been telling we've everyone's referencing the length of the evening, and you realise we dodged quite a few bullets because half a dozen people didn't show up to accept their awards.
That's right.
So, and how sweet was that when they go, unfortunately, Richard can't be here to accept his award. And you go, great, we move on.
I don't think you need to, being on the table next to you, I don't think you need to start cheering when that happens, by the way. That was a bit of a giveaway. You know, so I forgot to tell you, I walked the red carpet with Tom and Ed.
Yes.
Which was just no winners. No winners.
I caught a golf buggy with you up the red carpet.
Caught a golf buggy with you, but as we're walking up, right, Tommy twice almost got run over by Mel B.
Mowed down by a Spice Girl.
Mowed down by a Spice Girl.
What a way to go.
Oh, beautiful. And I'm just a moving hazard in these situations because I don't get names. Everyone blurs a bit, right? And I know I'm sure I called Sophie Monk Sonia Kruger at one point. I'm sure I did. I just saw blonde in a dress, and I'm sorry to everyone who I misnamed yesterday.
There were a lot of people there and a lot of names to remember.
One of the other joys was listening to the big voice in the sky. What was your favourite Tony Martin?
I think it was Osher Ginsberg's introduction. He's working on a new cooking dating show. Bachelor wants a spatula. Yes. And the joy of Tony is he's amusing himself as much as anyone else.
Was there something with the newsreader?
Oh, they're already working on a follow-up to the Newsroom versus Predator.
Mate, that was brilliant, Tony.
That's one of my favourites.
What about Osher had platforms on last night?
Mate!
Jeez, what's going on? Didn't realise. He's not that short, is he?
Well, his heel was accentuated.
Massive, that's right.
That's all. Tommy, how many Logies do you have at home, and do you put them in your office?
This is really bad. I don't know. I'm looking at Tony. We got a couple for the Late Show. I think that kicked it off.
One of those was smashed by Pete Smith.
Oh, Pete Smith
One
dropped
of those
our
was
original.
smashed by Pete Smith.
Pete Smith borrowed one of our original Logies and apparently dropped it whilst dancing to "Dude Looks Like a Lady." And it was returned to us in a police forensic bag as evidence of something best not spoken of.
This one's safe. I just needed to.
I've got to inspect it for damage. They engrave your name and details on it on the spot. Wow. So I'm so hoping they've misspelt my name.
So back next year. Have you been paying attention, Tommy?
Unless you've heard something I haven't, Browny.
No, of course it is. And is it back tonight?
Yeah, we're on tonight.
Who's on tonight?
That's a fair question. We've got Nikki Britton's with us.
Oh, I love Nikki Britton.
Sam and I go, who the hell's on tonight?
I've got no idea.
No. We've got Glenn Robbins. Mr. Glenn Robbins makes his triumphant 2022 Hayley Sproul, who now she's a triple threat. Hayley hosts the New Zealand version of
Yes,
Have You
she
Been?
does.
He comes out here and is a contestant. I could not do.
You couldn't do that.
Couldn't do both roles.
8:30.
You struggle in one of them, Tom.
8:30. Have you been paying attention? The Logie Award winning Tommy. Thanks for coming to our hotel room.
Lovely to see you.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Logie's after party in a seedy hotel room. It's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie, and our mate just rocked up.
Mel Mel Tracina, one of my great work besties who you can hear from 12 till 3 p.m. You can also hear her on the Social Justice podcast, as well as the Cheap Seats cultural correspondent, in which she was the red carpet person. Here's Mel.
Hello, red carpet person, Mel Tracina.
Hello, so great to be here. I do want to say I've been bumped an hour. It's 1 to 3 now, no longer 12 to 3.
Whoa.
So I think that's saying a lot about me.
And a good day for you too, Mel. Where are you broadcasting from?
Brisbane today. The sunny, right now the Gold Coast.
Have you been to the Brisbane Nova Studios?
No, I've never
that's
been.
Right, we're on air. We'll talk about that later.
She clearly rapped about that after a late night, Mel.
Yeah, the hour and a half drive. I'm very much looking forward to the nap.
Come on, Tracina, who were the highlights? So you're on the red carpet last night covering it for what, the Cheap Seats?
Yeah, for the Cheap Seats. I was on the red carpet. I would have to say, as a 90s child, Scary Spice was just seeing her. She came with Abby Chatfield and they both fixed my dress because it wasn't buttoned properly at the back, and just having her touch my body was a moment. I said, I know I'm not supposed to fangirl. It's not in my job description. I'm meant to be really professional, but I've got a pen. Can you sign my arm? And then she ran away. And
Really?
I don't have a tat on my body, but I did consider getting it tattooed if she signed my arm.
Well, that's pretty cool. Right now, what were our talent like? Sam Payne, Christine Swan on the red carpet.
Chrissie Swan, always a star. She looks amazing, still does, because she's still wearing her frock.
Yes, I am, Mel.
Yeah.
Thank you for noticing.
Magnificent.
She was still on the dance floor when I left last night, which was like 3.
Yeah. I was there till stumps, and then I had a beautiful hour with Lisa Wilkinson, which I'll talk about later. And then I just thought, stuff it, I'm not going to go to bed. There's no point.
No point.
There's no point. Also, I couldn't get my dress undone.
Hey, did Pangy walk up the carpet once with one show and then you interview him at that point?
I did. I got to interview Sam Pang.
And then did he have to go back for front bar and did you have to interview him again?
No, I did it all at...
No, you didn't have to. And in hindsight, I didn't have to do the red carpet again, but I ended up doing it twice, which was
change up your answers the second time round?
What?
Did you change up your answers the second time
No wonder
round?
you needed 4 bottles of red.
I saw Tracina first time up to a carpet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything usable?
I think I liked the part that I had a very long-winded question, which at the end you said, is this your way of saying that the front bar's not going to win? And I was like, yeah, that is exactly what I was getting at.
Well, there was a bit where I said, I was trying to be complimentary, Swanee. I said, Mel Tracina, star of the Cheap Seats, because you defer to the host. I said, your segment should be brought forward. I sit there and watch that show, and I had to sit through 2 segments with Tim and Mel. Your segment should be brought forward. Any chance that could get a run, couldn't it?
Probably not. I'm going to say Mel and Tim will not let that go to air. They'll veto it.
That would be flat, by the way.
Try to get Sam on the show?
I don't know, have we? Do you want to?
No.
Okay. Well, we asked. We tried.
Tracina, was anyone a big old jerk?
Yeah. No, who's worst on ground?
Who's a showbiz arsehole?
You know, I was hoping for...
No, don't give us that.
No, but there really wasn't, because there was some loose units.
Like?
There was, yeah, I knew you were going to...
Toadie, Jared, Rebecca? Toadfish Rebecca?
Toadie.
Ryan?
Yeah, mate. He was on fire.
Said hi to Toadie.
Give us the loose unit.
Archie twerked for me. That was fabulous.
Archie Thompson.
Yeah, loved it. Aren't I terrible? I can't think of who the loosest was.
What a show.
I know, but I was the brownie of the Cheap Seats because I was there, but I wasn't there. So I wasn't invited to the actual Logies ceremony, and so the awkward part was right at the end when I'd be like, "Anyway, have a great night." And they'd be like, "See you in there." I'm like, "Man, no, you won't. I'm not invited." And it was such a demoralising, humbling experience, like being at TV's Night of Nights, but not being at TV's Night of Nights.
No, you are a soldier. I'm going to lift the curtain because you did red carpet, and then you came to Moo Moo's, the steak restaurant here on the Gold Coast, had dinner with us. And
I ordered the agnolotti at a meat place.
You did too. It looked magnificent. I wanted to lean over and grab one off your plate. And then you went back to the media room afterwards.
Yes.
You're a soldier.
And the media room, I don't want to lift the curtain too much on the Logies, but the media room is just the most soul-destroying space ever. I was there because it's just media that have been there the whole night, right? And they interview all the winners after they've won their award, take photos, and then they ask if anyone has questions, but no one has questions.
Oh.
And I was there for 15 minutes. It felt like 3 hours. And I'm one of those people that just wants to ask questions because no one's asking questions. I'm like, I needed to get out of there. Never do it.
And of course, Sam would have been there in the winner's room.
Yeah, but Mel had well gone by then. By the way.
So that's a bit soul-destroying too. They should work on that because you sort of get spat out of this very fancy auditorium into like a immunisation station.
It actually was.
That's the vibe. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is because it's all curtained off.
Yeah.
Mel Tracina, you're an absolute soldier. Best on ground last night. The cheap seats, 8:40 tomorrow night on Channel 10. Thanks for coming in, mate.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Browny.
I've just learnt that Brodie walked into he didn't sleep, but he did walk into the ocean before coming to work.
Yeah.
And that's a huge effort.
Great effort.
Well done.
He looks good now, doesn't he?
But he doesn't.
Had to find good.
You want to talk? No.
No.
He doesn't want to talk.
I think that sums it all up. Now, Pangy,
Swanee.
if online reaction is anything to go by, you better get your tux ready for next year because there's calls for Pang to host the whole shebang.
That's his dream. That's his dream, to host the Logies.
Let's face it, it's no one's dream.
He's
least of all
century's
Pang.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll do a couple of musical numbers to start.
Well, the great risk is, are you this century's Billy Crystal or this century's Gretel Killeen? Remember when she hosted the Logies and it just went terribly?
Oh, yes. At one stage, was she just
like
lying?
A curse.
Remember there was one stage she was just lying on the stage?
Gretel Killeen?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Was she protesting?
Yeah, I don't know. No, someone can back
the
me up there.
refugees.
Someone can back me up there that when Gretel Killeen was hosting, there was some skit or not skit, some sketch they did where she was just
live on
like,
telly,
like she was dead on the lying on the
stunning
on the stage.
She's strapped to a bulldozer as we speak.
I didn't do that last night, Swanee.
No, you didn't. You, in the parlance of stand-up comedians, you killed. Your good friend and one of our favourites, Kitty Flanagan, won the award for Most Popular Actress for her amazing series, Fisk.
Yeah.
And in an incredible lack of judgment, she's asked you to collect the award for her in her absence.
So I don't know how this is going to sound, but because I haven't heard it. But the only backstory you need to know is it was very, very genuinely unlikely that Kitty Flanagan was going to win this award.
Paying $6.
There you go.
Was she?
Yes.
It's most popular actress.
Yes.
She's in like a genuine. So she's a magnificent stand-up comedian, and Fisk is a very funny show.
Mm.
She was in a category with heavy hitters, like genuine thespians. Deborah Mailman.
Yes, Deborah Mailman.
Just to name one. And then all the
Name
others.
another one. Just
I don't want to single anyone out other than Deborah. But so anyway, when she said if I win, there's no one else there because they're filming season 2 right now, and you're there. Do you mind? And I go, yeah, no worries.
My favourite.
If you're going to win.
Yeah. My favourite moment was that the announcement happened and everyone was very, very excited to see Kitty. The music was stirring through the auditorium, and then this chump turned up.
Did he walk from the tables or from backstage?
From the tables.
Yes.
From the tables, and then he just stood there looking sheepishly because we knew that he wasn't Kitty Flanagan. Have a listen.
Was that my award?
Well, Kitty obviously couldn't be here tonight. So for the lovers of awards shows, this is a little bit like in 1973 at the Oscars when Marlon Brando won and he sent up a Native American. But
that's one of the great references. That really happened. Everyone knows that, don't they?
And the Native American was an actor dressed as a Native. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
the only thing missing from that was Stay Down.
1973 reference early.
You were so funny and so cute. Keep listening.
Kitty, I know, would be mortified that she has won this award, considering all the nominees you just saw, and she'll be happy to know that it wasn't really a very popular win in the room.
Killing.
It wasn't, by the way, because Swanee, they play the clips, right? And it's because it was
Well, everyone expected Mailman.
Yeah.
To win.
And then there was when her clip got played, there was a lot of applause, and then a couple of the others as well. And Kitty's was like that's nice, she's in it. That's what
And
it
then
was.
she took
Everyone
it
thought
out.
Deborah Mailman was going to win.
Do people think she'd sort of just to fill up the category?
Oh, I think so.
And then I think this next grab is about the length of your speech versus the length of your role.
Firstly, I just wanted to say I had a small part in season 1 of Fisk, and this will be the first time a speech is longer than the role that the person was in.
Come on.
Is that last grab?
Just hit after hit.
So funny.
Well, anyway, congratulations, Kitty.
Yes, well done, lady.
So I've got her silver Logie.
And it's heavy.
Oh, mate, it's so heavy, Swanee, as you would know. But and if she's listening, it's a genuine 50-50 to make it back to Melbourne. So congratulations.
Be a doorstop at your place.
Leigh Sales is going to come by our seedy hotel room. Joel, Chrissie and Andy Lee and plenty more. Don't move.
The TV Week Logie goes to...
The TV Week Logie goes to...
The
gold Logie winner is...
Live from the Gold Coast, it's Chrissie, Sam and Brownie's Logie's After Party.
On Nova 100. Oh, yes, we got a hotel room. And we're all in it.
Dino, we got to watch we got to watch the Gold Logies last night. We set up in our hotel room.
Mate, it happened at 1 a.m. Hamish Blake won. He was funny as hell.
1 a.m.
But my God, man, the length of that show last night.
What are you looking at me? I didn't produce it the whole night.
You were up on stage a lot.
You were too much. While we were eating Maxi Bombs, I had to run across the road at one stage. I had to run across the road with a company credit card at one stage with an order. I went across the road and bought 6 Maxi Bonds and a packet of smokes.
on the company credit card. Didn't even think about going to your own wallet.
I was at Lachlan Murdoch's bookkeepers here. Just I didn't realise that family holiday. The Murdochs dropped into a convenience store on the Gold Coast and bought it.
There's going to be an accountant in New York just doing all the things. Is this tallying it up to 6 Maxi Bond and a packet of nuts?
Anyway, it was a great night.
We've got a big hour. A lot of visitors are coming by our hotel room here in the Gold Coast.
This is the Chrissie, Sam and Brownie podcast. Leigh Sales, an ABC journalist who you may have seen on the 7:30 report, which is at 7:30 on the ABC. She's also an author and looked amazing at the Logies last night. Here's Leigh.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I'm really losing my mind now, guys. The wheels,
Logies going on.
The wheels are falling off. But we're not worthy to have you here.
Oh, you so are. I love coming on with you guys. Some of my favourites.
Why did you say yes to a raggle-taggle group of gypsies like us?
Well, you people are paying me. No. No, do you know what? I said to ABC... I actually don't do very much publicity, and I said to ABC Publicity in the lead up to finishing, I said, I'd like to do people who've been really good to me and to the show during my term, and you guys were... In all truth, I said, Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Well, you've only got 2 weeks left.
I do, yeah.
What's the plan for the last 2 weeks? Is the last show a little bit... Are you going to be a bit reflective and...
Well, they're doing actually... So I've got my last live show, and then on Friday night, the 1st of July, they're actually doing like a special best of, moments, which...
That'll be great.
Yeah, I've watched the rough cut. It made me cry and laugh.
Yeah.
It was very... It's full on, because it's not just all the interviews and like people like Warnie and, so you feel really moved when you see them talking, but just... Even watching myself age, because it's, I got...
Well, how long were you...
So I was appointed at the end of 2010, and so my first show opens at, the start of 2011. And, I've had, 2 kids since then.
Yeah.
And, my marriage broke up, and so, all the different weights you are, all the different hairstyles, it's all right there just passing in front of you.
And that's a big 10 years.
Oh, it's
just... Some 10-year periods are bigger than others, and that was a big...
Oh, yeah.
Is there a hairstyle? What's the hairstyle you look back and go, whoa, what was going on? going on
really
there?
big, like American-looking hair at certain points, like kind of like really like hot rollered and long. It was, it's kind of shocking actually.
I'm excited about what you're doing next.
Yeah, do you know what? Well, I'm glad you are because I don't know. So can you give me some ideas?
Oh, really?
What do you think I should do?
I thought you were doing an interview style show.
No, so I don't know how that was in the paper. Like, so
yes, I read it in the paper.
Yeah, no, I've not pitched that, and it's not been offered. And I actually don't think a show like that. The rumor was like an Oprah kind of chat show, Graham Norton kind of thing. But I don't think we get enough celebrities through Australia to make a show like that.
I couldn't
work.
agree more.
Yeah, I don't.
But
think
if anyone can make it work, it's you, Sales.
Yes.
Well, it'd be fun, but you know, if we could get rid of Graham Norton, I could just move to London and do that. Then that would work.
Yes.
Look at me going, yeah, you know what? I could just step into Graham Norton.
This is
You can start off with Sam. You can sit down half an hour interview with
I do
Sam.
the front bar first and then work my way up.
You know, Leigh Sales filmed a little thing for the front bar race because we were in the same category last night.
Yeah, we were.
It's still shocking to me.
So that was
not that you're in it, Leigh.
No.
The fact the front bar is in it.
We were in it. It was the most popular panel and current affairs show on the Project One.
Yes.
And then the other was the current affair, 7:30, Australian Story in four corners, and then the front bar.
Seems like a stretch.
Oh, well, hey, can I ask? You got to deliver one of my favourite parts of the night.
Oh, the in memoriam.
Yeah, the in memoriam. I love the in memoriam.
Yeah.
Not that people have died.
No.
But it's beautiful. Also, so what about this for a...
It was a long one last night because you had a couple of years worth.
Well, it was so long that they didn't even do the whole thing on the night. There's part 2 and part 3 because it's for 3 years.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, could there have been a better in memoriam package that is voiced by, introduced by Leigh Sales, and then the song is sung live by Tim Minchin?
It was pretty
That's
beautiful.
a pretty good... That's beautiful.
That was a real honour to be asked to do that. I tell you, one of the moments I found the most touching was Patty Newton talking about Bert. She was absolutely amazing. That would have been very hard to get up and do that. And she was just so beautiful and authentic. And actually, I thought Hamish's speech, which, would have been just off the top of his head because he was responding to Patty, I thought it was just note perfect as well.
I agree. I can give you a little tidbit. I live in the same suburb as Patty Newton and I see her often. She's like a talisman of good luck. If I see her, I know I'm going to have a good day, along with corgis. And I saw her the other day and she was so nervous about that speech.
Was she?
Yeah, she was, and she'd put in a lot of effort and
it was
toing
wonderful.
and froing, but she had no need to be nervous.
Oh, it was
just
really beautiful. Hey, I did the Today Show before I came to see you guys. Carl's still on fire from that burn from you last night, Chrissie.
Yes.
It was
Is he all right?
He's fine. Oh, God, I laughed so hard because Carl and I were based in the US at the same time 20 years ago. He was there for Channel 9 and I was there for the ABC. And when you said, I'm going to read it because I actually showed up for the rehearsal, God, I laughed so hard because it's just so much what Carl was like. He's always been like that.
Nothing changes.
How was he this morning?
He was good, yeah.
Sheepish.
Do you know what? I felt sorry for him because I felt like all everyone wants from Carl these days, no matter if he settles down, he's a family man, we just want him to show up completely rat-assed on telly.
Yeah,
that's all we want from him.
true. We're disappointed in anything less.
That's right. If he hasn't pushed through and shown up really messy, we're all just feeling let down.
People sort of expect that from Brownie as well. They just assume he's always on the cans.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. The greatest example of that, Leigh, was we were rocking up to a Nova function and it was at a pub. And as I walked in, 2 blokes walked past and they go, Brownie, how you going? And then they go, how you going, Brownie? What have you been doing? You've been on it all day, have you? And he goes, come on, boys. I've had a couple, but I'm all right. And they go, good on you, Brownie. And they're so happy that Brownie, in their minds, had been drinking all day, right? And then as they walked past, I said, what did you do today? He goes, I was with my accountant for 2 days. I was there for 2 hours just going through the books. So you had to play it up. Otherwise you just disappoint people.
Well, do you know what? When I interviewed Shane Warne, he said the same thing. And he said he'd go to bars and everyone would be like, Warne, have a drink. And he'd be like, I just want to have like a Diet Coke with my mates. But I'd feel like I'd be like betraying the legend.
It was quite ironic because when Warnie passed away, all the memorials had beer cans on them. And Warnie hated beer. It wasn't a big drinker. Anyway, that would have been... I watched that thing with Shane Warne. You did. It was amazing.
Oh, absolute career highlight for me. I don't think I've ever interviewed someone that was just so themselves and so authentic and just... it was just... I really liked him. Great guy.
Leigh Sales, thanks for coming by our seedy hotel, and good luck with the last 2
and
weeks.
Congratulations on your wonderful career. That's not over yet, but,
It's
man,
not.
we can't wait to see
Thank
what's
you
next.
for all your support. You've all been awesome. Thank you.
Back in a sec, gang.
Want to see what happens in the studio? Check it out on Facebook. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Good morning, Melbourne. It's the Logies after party. We're all in the Gold Coast in a hotel room overlooking the damn ocean, and a lot of us haven't slept. I think Joel Chrissie might be in that party because he was supposed to rock up, but we haven't seen him. Is he alive, Swanee? We hope he's alive.
No, look, the last time I saw him, he was alive, and he did text me to say that he would be here, but that was very, very early this morning. And things can change.
Things might have been changing. I reckon I may have seen the last sighting of Joel Chrissie because as I arrived here at the hotel, and the Channel 10 after party was at this hotel, well attended by many people involved in this show.
Yes.
Well done. Well done, team.
Except for you.
Yeah, I didn't quite make it. I got caught up, Brownie, a couple other parties. But thank you to Seven and Channel 9. But I got to the cab pulled into the hotel at about 3:30.
Yeah.
Chrissie was coming out, getting into my cab.
I just said goodbye to him. That was when I last saw him.
Yeah, so he wasn't going to his hotel room. He was going out. As everyone was, everyone was retiring, and he was about to head out again. So I thought I was unlikely to get here. So it's absolutely no surprise at all that he's not here.
I started the day with him because I flew up with him. I sat beside him on the flight up, and he'd had a big one the night before because I got the. I was halfway through my first premiership story, and I got the earphone into the right ear. So
pushing the ear.
Hey, one thing I wanted to tell you was the trance. So when we all flew up yesterday morning, and the minibus picked some Channel 10 people up. In this van was Tim McDonald from the Cheap Seats, Ed Cavalier, myself, Ryan. From Neighbours.
Toefish.
Yeah. Ryan Maloney, sorry. And then Tommy G.
In a bus?
Yeah.
Well,
don't
they
worry.
pick up from your house.
No, from the airport. Do you know who was sitting next to Tommy G in this bus? Miguel.
Oh, God.
Right, so Miguel and Tommy Gleisner have done 25 minutes, right? And Tommy G didn't do the earphone, into the ear, but there was after he'd had enough of Miguel, it was just just looking out the window, just like up to the window to the side of the bus. I started asking, what's that building there? Because Ed's from here, and you're going, he just doesn't want to talk to Miguel.
Yeah.
Well, the bad luck that Tommy G found himself in yesterday was Miguel is high energy.
High energy.
Anyway.
One beautiful man.
He'd just flown from Spain.
Yeah.
So he was on overseas Spanish
the raging
time.
bull.
Oh, yeah.
So he would have been off his face.
Tommy could have done the surf report last night for the news. Studied it that hard.
Mate, his eyes just went out the window. He'd had enough.
Hey, even if there's no story, I don't care. Tell me about you did time with BT. Tell me everything.
Yes.
Is he high energy? But is he BT?
I saw a Brian Taylor that was very, very. I hadn't seen him for a while because he was my old coach.
Yes.
And he's
another club you brought down.
Yeah, it was just nice to see him relax with a few beers. Actually, when we walked into the Channel 7 after party, they had this drink, Swanee, the sweetest drink you've ever seen in cocktail glasses with the 7 logo on it, and it was too sweet for everyone. So BT and I only had about 11 of them. So it was good.
What about Lethal?
No, Leigh inducted. Well,
Leigh inducted into the Hall of Fame. Bruce McAvaney. It was a special moment. It looked magnificent. But Leigh did really well. He got up there. It was a long introduction.
I had a weird moment because the Logies is the last place I'd expect to see Lethal.
Absolutely.
And I arrived quite early for the red carpet. I didn't do it very early, but I sort of was milling around the bottom. And I looked up and dressed in civvies, but behind all the, barricades was Lethal. And I just couldn't put two and two together. So I just quickly got a selfie.
Yes.
I should have got a selfie because we got there and we were about to do all this red carpet stuff, and there was a Spice Girl there, and there was Australian televisions, all the big. I saw Lethal and just went over there. And I said, Leigh, what are you doing here? He goes, well, I can't say, of course. I go, oh, that's right. You're You know, like he wasn't allowed to say.
Oh, yeah.
Because
So he was.
under wraps.
So was he on the red carpet? So when you saw him sort of in civvies earlier?
He was leaving from a rehearsal, I think.
Okay.
Right at the last minute. But he was just dressed as, someone's granddad.
And I went straight, I said, by the way, Brownie's up, I thought I'd get in, with Leigh and say, by the way, your boy's up on the Gold Coast, you know what I mean? Maybe you can catch up. And he goes, nah, I'm a bit busy. Couldn't do it, mate.
Andy Lee's coming up. It's our Logies after party. Good morning, Melbourne.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
Everybody jump in glee. It's Andy Lee. Last time he was on the show, he made fun of this intro. So please welcome Jerkface. It's Andy Lee.
Whoa. What happened?
It's Andy Lee.
I feel like more of the presenters of the Logies should have been introduced like that.
Andy, that is really disrespectful, and we're sorry about that.
Wasn't it Informer Snow, the old...
yes, it is normally that.
Yeah. And then he's changed it, and he's got spicy.
I mean, look, you
That's right. And look,
you may be a jerk face, but you've got a good memory.
I don't have the stamina to come back at Mount. He's got me at a weak point.
Yeah,
I'm at the end of a marathon.
Because you're on...
Mount... I'll get myself back one day. I'll get a Powerade in. I'll get some sleep. And I'm coming for you.
You are sitting here in all your glory in a robe.
Yes.
Monogrammed robe.
I actually, in full disclosure, I didn't realise this interview was off-site.
Yes, so this is what I want to get to.
I was
this
over
is
at
not
my
from
hotel.
this hotel.
Yeah.
No.
Fair effort from you.
I was at my hotel, and Cal met me over here, the Nine publicist, and I said, where are we next? Which room? And he said, we're at the Lopera Suite, or what do you guys are? I said, where's that? He said, it's off-site. We've got a 2-kilometre walk.
Did you walk here?
I walked here.
Yes.
Yeah. Might have been 2K. Probably felt like 2K, 750 metres.
You look good. You look good, though, mate, like you did in the red carpet last night. You're upstage by your gal.
And I still look better than 85% of people that live on the Gold Coast. So
You've still got them covered. I don't know, you and I don't talk fashion much, but this is one thing I've noticed. Because whenever at a fancy, do like last night, I've got black suit. That's it, right? But it's just black suit and it's a black tie.
It's so much easier for guys.
Yes, but I've been
spinning bow tie.
Only when he says something funny.
Exactly. And then that little brooch that squirts water was also a nice touch.
I've worked this out. I've been at formal occasions with you, last night included, where you're not. You had a white jacket on last night. I've seen you with.
You'd never go white.
God, I love this.
And then the other one, I've seen you in a dark blue one. These are all You looked magnificent. I just think that I didn't know there was this many options.
Well, I didn't either until someone at Channel 9 Wardrobe goes, hey, by the way, your suit's in your wardrobe when you get here. I hadn't even tried it on.
Really?
And thankfully it worked out.
Off-white jacket is a bold number, though.
Bold, yeah. Well, obviously I was just kind of trying to harness Rishi Beto.
Hey, speaking of bolds, Waleed, full red.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a miss.
He's been begging for that red suit for years.
He would understand that. I think it was a white, and he just put it in with a red towel in the wash, and so it came out that colour.
No, this has been a dream of his for a long time, and obviously about 1987, I think.
Their dreams.
Yeah, he loves it.
Did you vote for your mate Hamish?
Yeah, and I'd like to think that my vote was the one that just got him across the line.
Oh, by the way, I loved the sketch with that little boy.
Yes.
I'd just forgotten about it until I saw you because I've got no memory. I loved that moment.
Thank you.
I'm
Is there a
very
question,
tired. No, I loved it.
For people who didn't see it, yes, we outsourced all the jokes last night to a 12-year-old guy called Luke.
What?
And
who was that kid?
We actually auditioned for it. So we put auditions, and we had heaps of people audition, which was great. But Bernard Curry's son auditioned.
Yeah.
And obviously didn't get the role. But then Bernard Curry's in the room, and I could see him coming across. I'm like, oh no, he's going to take it up with me. Yeah. And he said, how did Fox go? I was like, yeah, he's good, really good. Top 2, top 3.
Oh, no.
But
I can beat that. I had an embarrassing situation with Fox as well.
Fox Curry?
Yes.
Bernard's son?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. I know.
But he was brilliant by it. His audition was brilliant. He was almost too good looking for the role. I
met him at the Run the Tan charity thing. Bernard was doing it and I was doing it. And I met his son, and his son asked me to become his new mother.
His new mother?
Yes.
Did
which
you accept?
is a lot worse than not getting the role.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so did you accept?
No, I didn't. I've got enough children.
So that is another time that Fox has been knocked back.
He's a very talented kid. But Fox Curry Burner's son is going to be a fantastic actor.
Now, any chance we've Sam's, but we put it on Sam to host the Logies. Any chance you'd host the Logies, Andy Leigh?
Oh, I'd get in behind Sam's slipstream. He would be fantastic at hosting the Logies. In fact, I was sitting next to the head of Channel 9, and as Pangy was up there, just waxing lyrical. Healy turned to me with these eyes to go, he's our man.
Bedroom eyes.
He's the chosen one. And I said to him, Sam would love to.
Envelopes, mate.
That's great.
Did you, at any point, did your table not think Hamish was going to win? Because we all knew, everyone...
Well, they didn't win most popular show, I think, something like that. I think Gogglebox beat out Lego Masters,
son of a bitch.
which was nice to throw a little bit of doubt across old mate's face, because he was sitting there just slaying everything in his way. He'd just taken. He was taking no prisoners. He was like you back in the day, Brownie, just kicking bags. And so when he missed that, when his opponent suddenly just got a spoil away, I could see him just sharpen up a little bit, and I was thrilled for him. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Thanks for coming by, man. We appreciate you walking here.
Thank you guys for giving maximum effort.
Incredible dedication.
Chrissie, you barely got here. And you're barely here right now. So
I really am. I'm somewhere else.
Go to bed, Christine.
Yeah, I've got to soon.
It's my favourite show.
Thanks,
my favourite show.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. Good
Andy,
to see you.
We love you. Back in a sec.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissie, Sam and Brownie.
It's our Logies after party. We're in the Gold Coast. It's been a lot of fun. You should podcast it. Hey, this sounds like I'm making it up, but we're sending someone to Antarctica by the end of the week.
I heard about this.
How good?
It sounds amazing. It's a flight.
Antarctica.
And a trip to... I don't think you get off the plane. I think you just go and have a look. You do get off the plane.
You get off the plane.
It's
I want
amazing.
to win.
Well, our man Brown Dog, Campbell Brown, did a marathon in Antarctica.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's obviously pretty fresh. Pack for cold weather, Swanee. But apart from that,
Jesus, that's a good tip. One of your best ones.
I bet you he went to Kathmandu like I do in winter.
He actually did his calf in the first kilometre of the marathon. So,
if you missed Brownie's eulogy to the Go-Go Mobile man, was it this week? What day is it? Please go back and podcast it. He just reminded me of that beautiful moment.
That was amazing.
The in memoriam was great last night. Brodie's favourite segment. Tommy Dysett was in it.
Yes,
we replay that tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's do that.
We're back to normal tomorrow. So we've had our
Brownie's
Logies after
fully
party.
on board and supportive of it.
Tomorrow, back in studio, and with some big names, Dino.
Max Gawn. He's
a bit to talk about.
He's busted up, and his team's busted up as well.
Can he come in? Is he able to? Because he's got a moon boot and stuff, doesn't he?
Just tell him, Jack, that there's some hard questions coming.
Can't wait for Brodie's question.
Brodie's question.
Text Maxie now and say it's not going to be an easy morning for you, Max.
He hasn't been replying to me.
Oh, he hasn't been replying to Jack's text message.
I love how we just attempted to speak to Brodie, but he's currently being seen over by the coroner.
Brodie walked into the ocean last night and hasn't slept. But anyway, anything else?
But at least he's still breathing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Righty, I look forward to next year when you guys host the Logies.
Well
you did
done,
a great
team.
job on stage. Well done.
I was the most excited I was, and I was pretty fizzing all night. The most excited was when I got to the 10 party, and unexpectedly I saw all your faces. I wasn't expecting to see you.
Yes.
And I basically jumped into Brownie's arms.
You did.
I was so excited.
Love you, Melbourne.
You're all right too, Pang.
Wonderful.
Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissie, Sam and Brownie. Oh, unless it's a weekend.
In over 100.